Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, back with me again. My name is Agda.Faisal Aziz, and my student number is 220 142 1145. Okay, so here I will interpret the video from YouTube. At first, maybe I will share the screen. I will interpret the video from Indonesian people, so it use Indonesian language. So I want to interpret this video to English language, so all of you can understand what the message that sent that contained uh, on that video. So I will share screen first. Okay. All right. So this is the video. The title in Indonesian language is Mindset Orang Sukses. So in English, the title from this video is The Mindset from the Succeed People. The Success People. The Mindset from Success People. So okay, so let me start now. Let me interpret this video from Indonesian language to English. All right, so let me start. Three, two, one. Go. Yes. Okay, so here, try to remember that when the last time you felt that you were better today than you were yesterday. So just remember when the last time you felt that you were better today than you were yesterday. Do you ever feel that days by days, as the days go by, instead of getting better, we might get worse? Have you ever thought that the people around us keep walking further ahead in life, and we just we just silently in here, not change our position, just keep quiet in here, silently stare at the departure of our friends living their lives that are getting better every day. Did you ever wonder why we just sit in here, not moving, and just sitting here still and cannot moving forward like our friends, like those people? Have you ever wondered why we are so far behind in life, in career? Why cannot we progress? What's wrong with us? Are we born this way? Is this our destiny to live in silence and watch people move forward? If that's the way, it is like that. If that's the way the world is, it's not fair, is it? Right? In the next 10 weeks, we will make a video we already make the video. We will make a video discussing more about this topic, which is self-development. Together, we will find out what exactly makes some people able to survive. We will find out that what exactly makes some people able to survive and even fight back, while others just can sit back and accept whatever life gives to us. With self-improvement, we will also learn how to develop ourselves, how to get new opportunities, increase our confidence, become a better person, and hopefully appreciate ourselves more than before. First, let's talk about the foundation, the root, the base, and the origin of it all, the mindset. Mindset, our mind, the brain, our brain can have a power that we still cannot guess. Why is that possible? Democracy was created in ancient Greece about 2,500 years ago. The Mona Lisa was painted by Da Vinci about 500 years ago. A flying man like a bird was made real by the Wright brothers about 100 years ago. A man, human, landed on the moon 50 years ago. Even we already have our personal assistant in our hands now. It's crazy to see the achievement made by our one organ. But how powerful is the mind really is? How powerful is the mind? How much can we achieve just by believing? By having a mindset, then we believe we can achieve. We can get that. There was one study done in the 1990s. In this study, in this experiment, in this study, some young children were told to complete a simple task. When the task was complete, one group was given praise for being smart enough to be able to do it with very high score, with a very, very high score. and the other group was praised for having worked hard to complete the task. Then, both groups were asked if they wanted to do the easy or the difficult task. The majority of those who chose the easy task were those who were praised for being smart, not those who were praised for their effort. And the one who got the highest score were mostly the one who were praised for their effort. And after that, the researcher that gave a more difficult task. And finally, when the children were asked how many scores they got, the group that was praised for being smart lied 3 times more than the group that was praised for their effort. The children who were praised for their intelligence didn't know how to deal with their failures. One sentence can change a person's thinking skills. His beliefs, his action, his decision making process, and his way of dealing with failure. Have you ever gotten bad grades in some subject at school, usually math, and then your teacher said, you cannot do math, or maybe you realized that you couldn't do math and believe it, and you know where the story ends. You'll never try to understand the subject. In the next few years, your grades will get worse and worse, and you probably won't choose a major with a lot of calculations. Or even choose a job that has little math. If you think about it, it's crazy how the mindset of that beliefs we hold can drastically change our lives. Have you ever thought if only you didn't believe you couldn't do math back then? What do you think would have happened? Yes, maybe your decision making would have been better. Your action might change, your major might change, and your job might change too. You could say your whole life will change. So, what is mindset? Mindset is a set of assumption, methods, or ideas held by a person. If we look at the first research, mindset can influence our decisions because obviously, because obviously it can affect how we deal with challenge and failures. Meet Keller Dweck, a researcher and professor of psychology at Stanford University. In one of her studies, she gathered several students and gave them the same task. First, she gave the students easy problems, and many students got good grades. And then she asked some difficult questions that actually they cannot be able to answer it because the question is still far above their ability. Here, we can see that the students began to divide it into two groups. The first group is agitated by the fact that there is a problem that they cannot solve. And most of them don't even care about the question anymore. And in the second group, the another group, they felt no problem with the question. There were even some students who liked them. In the test results, the first group that had difficulty accepting the challenge scored much lower than the second group. This is a bit surprising because if you look at the first test, they scored relatively higher than the second group. By adding the variable difficulty to the question, their score fell dramatically. Carol Dweck divides mindset into two parts: growth mindset and fixed mindset. Growth mindset is thought or belief that intelligence, talent, or ability is obtained with effort, while the fixed mindset believes that it is all broke about by birth when they are born. In that study, the first group were those with a fixed mindset, and the second group who liked challenge were those with a growth mindset. In another study, the group believed to have a fixed mindset was asked what they would do for the next task. And answered that most of them answered that they would probably cheating on the task. In another study, they said that they would look for people who were worse than them so they could feel a little bit better about themselves. Study after study was done, and it continues to show that those who believe ability is something that cannot be changed, something that is broke from birth, so that they always try to run away from difficulties. But student with the growth mindset is still trying to keep solving the problem. They often fail to do it, but they learn from the failure. From the failure. Scientists measure electrical activity in students' brain when they are faced with difficulties. Students with a fixed mindset have almost no activity going on in their brains when faced with an adversity. It looked like they have given up. They have give up on the problem. And in contrast to the growth mindset, which has a lot of activity in their brain when faced with failure, and people with a fixed mindset focus on themselves. People with a fixed mindset focus on themselves, while the growth mindset focus on the subject they are working on. Fixed mindset people believe that themselves to be smart. They are smart. They believe that they are smart. So when given something that is a little bit or little out of their league and might shake their confidence, they will run away. They give up because they might feel that it is better not to do it again than to see themselves as not smart anymore. And the growth mindset people doesn't care about that. They focus on what they are doing. They are objective, figuring out which strategies they can use to solve the task given to them. A fixed mindset usually focus on validation and result. They feel much better about getting a high score even though they don't get any lesson from it. Whereas growth mindset is the opposite. They don't really care about the result. They are only care about the process. They don't really care about how many scores they get. They just care about what they can learn from it. Fixed mindset pursuing what they can get now, while the growth mindset pursues what is useful later in the future. A fixed mindset believes that if they are score if they are score poorly in one area, it's because they cannot do it. Period. But the growth mindset people believes that if they are bad at one thing, it means their efforts are still lacking. And they're still thinking that it is still very possible to get better in that field as long as they want to put in the effort. Put in the effort. In the first study, research that tried to build student trust by praising them in different ways. Students who were praised because they were smart develop a fixed mindset. People that makes them believe that the way to do something is to be smart. Students who are praised for their effort, thus developing a growth mindset, which make them believe that to be able to do something, you have to put in effort, not just be smart. With just a few words of praise, the mindset of the students change and change the way they face the challenges and the failures. Life, life is full of challenges and failures. We might have to be able to speak in front of people, in front of many people, or earn our own money for school. We may fail to get into college and fail to win the championship we've always dreamed about. Fail to get job you've been chasing after. It's a little bit hard. It's a little hard to get in, but that's the reality. And only those who believe that intelligence and ability can be developed indeed. Carol himself said, Carol she said that no one of us have 100% pure growth of mindset or fixed mindset. We are more of a mixture. Those who have a growth mindset and believe that they can do better, can improve, who later can face the challenges given by life, which might lead them to success. John Watkins, the miracle child, the alien from America, from the United States of America. For those who don't know, one of the best chess players in America, martial arts competitor, and also an author. He once said, at the past time, he once said, if we win because we are winners, then when we lose, it must make us losers. It means something like this. If we win because we are a winner, then we lose. It must make us a loser. If we are constantly judging ourselves as smart or not, and never factor in effort as part of the calculation, life will be harder than we thought. But even so, Carol said that uh, we can still try to have a grow. We are not. Wait a minute. Maybe we can repeat. I forget the word. All right. So Carol herself said that we human we are didn't have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. We are the mixture. But even so, we can still try to have a growth mindset that is more dominant than a fixed mindset. In one study, the students were taught if they want to get out of their comfort zone, if they want to learn something, if they want to learn something new or something difficult, neurons in their brains can form new and stronger connection. The neuron in their brains, and over time, they can become smarter. And amazingly, the students who were not taught, didn't taught about these things, continued to score low, to had a low score in their classes. But the students who are informed, on the contrary, continue to show a constant improvement in their class. So it's actually very possible to change our mindset from a fixed mindset to more of a growth mindset. A 13 years old boy sent a letter to Carol Dweck. He said in his letter, "Why didn't I know this earlier? I should have been able to do so many things by now." And yeah, I've been in the same situation too. Why didn't I know earlier? Why didn't I know earlier? But our regrets is not useful anymore. It's not used anymore. Now, just let's focus on developing ourselves. Let's improve ourselves. Carol Dweck said, "Let's not waste animal life." The next step for this self-improvement course is to get to know ourselves, being aware of ourselves, being aware of what we can do and what we cannot do. Because if we recall back to the beginning, knowing ourselves is a big part of self-development. Which bring us to the next video, self-awareness, the art of knowing yourself. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much for listening to my translation, to my effort to translate this video to English to accomplish my task in interpreting course. So yes, it's done. Thank you very much for paying attention to me. Or maybe if you watch this video, you can give like or maybe subscribe my channel. But actually, that's not your like or your subscribe will not impact to my score too because this is about my skill to interpret this video to English. Uh, and I hope I have a growth mindset because after I saw this video, I realized that uh, the difficulties, the problems in my life will improve myself because my brains will learn a lot of things from the problems. So yes, I hope after I watch this video and listening this video, after I saw this video, I thought viewing this video, I have a growth mindset too, and I hope all of you have a growth mindset too because it is important to have an effort because if you want to have an ability, if you want to achieve a prestation, achieve something, achieve our goals in life, we need a big effort. So yes, keep moving forward and thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Stop, sir. Okay, thank you very much. I will stop recording and see you. Bye bye.